Hey guys, in this video I'm going to take a look at all of the campaign logos for the candidates running for president in 2020. Now mostly we're going to be looking at the Democrats, but also we'll take a look at 2 Republicans and 1 Green candidate. Now I'm going to take a look at all of these campaign logos. You can see them right now on the screen. There are more than 25 logos here. Currently, it is May 20th that I'm making this video, May 20th, 2019, and there are 23 Democrats running for president. One of them has already dropped out, so 24 if you include him, and 2 Republicans running for president and 1 Green Party candidate. Now, we're going to take a look at all of these logos, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit more in detail, what I like, what I don't like. Now, my opinions, they are just my opinions, so if you disagree, if you think one of them is better or worse, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of those campaign logos. Now, I'm going to give them a simple teacher's ranking as well, and that's like A+, B+, C-, D, F, and so forth. That's it. This video will also be a kind of who's who for the campaign field. There are so many candidates. Who can keep them all straight? Who can remember who all of these characters are? All right, so we're going to take a look first. We're going to start with John Delaney. Now, we're looking at this list. First, we're going to just talk about all of the Democrats running, and we're going to look at the Democrats in the order that they announced they were running for president. So, John Delaney announced first before anyone. He started several businesses. He's a Maryland representative, a U.S. rep from Maryland for a few years, and here's his campaign logo. So we see it's okay. It's blue, red, white, and blue. Red, white, blue. For Delaney for president 2020. Yeah, it's kind of boring. It's not a lot going on here, but the font is it's kind of harmless. But nobody knows who he is. So these no-name candidates, I think it really helps if they put their first name. And what is this supposed to be? Is it a road? Is it a beam of light? I don't really know. It's kind of boring. It's kind of standard, just uninspiring. I'm going to give it a C+. Sorry, John. Let's move on to the next candidate who declared he was running for president. His name is Andrew Yang. He's sort of a startup whiz. He started Venture for America, which is a kind of small business innovation. I don't really know what to call it, a nonprofit, a think tank, it's an Obama initiative? I don't know the details. Anyway, let's take a look at his campaign logo. So, Yang, 2020. It's got the right colors. We got red, white, and blue. Pretty standard, but it's not a little off red, a little off blue. It's not very great, I gotta say. I don't know, what is this supposed to be, a flag? I think the problem with this whole logo is that this thing, it almost makes this not look like a Y. And it's the first thing you see when you look at the campaign logo, and you're already confused. Is this supposed to be a Y or an L or an I or just some kind of symbol, a torch or something? I just don't know what it's supposed to be. I've never been one who cared for these kind of G's looped down here. Sorry, Andrew, I'm going to give this one a C. Just a plain C. Yeah, I'm a pretty strict grader. All right, now let's take a look at Richard Ojeda. He is already resigned. That is, he's quit from the race. The first one to drop out of the Democratic race. He was a 25-year Army vet deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan, became a state senator for West Virginia. And let's take a look at his campaign logo, shall we? It's gray. Okay, eagle wings, eagle face, red, white, blue. Unlike a lot of campaign logos, this one is not very long. You see a lot of them say, Delaney, Yang 2020. This is kind of a boxy almost. But to me, I don't really like this kind of worn down look. It looks like it's not very polished. It looks like a biker's gang emblem or something like that. So, sorry, I'm going to give this one a C-. Don't really like this one. All right, let's take a look now at Tulsi Gabbard. She was involved in Hawaii state politics for a while, 16-year National Guard veteran. She's a major now, still in the National Guard, deployed to Iraq and Kuwait, and has been a U.S. rep from Hawaii for a few years now. Let's take a look at hers. It's what strikes me right off the beginning, right off the bat, is that it's all black. There's no red, there's no blue. I guess there's white in the in-between spaces. And it's quite thick. It's quite bold. It's, you can't avoid it. It's in your face, but it's not a sort of a grating font. It's a fine font, but it's not very sharp. It's very smooth. It's very rounded. This T, the I, they kind of direct your attention almost towards the middle. Tulsi 2020 sort of reminds me of the Olympics, to be honest. Tulsi 2020. But I think she suffers from name recognition problems right now, and maybe it would have helped if they threw in Gabbard, her last name. Tulsi. I'll give it a B-. Not very great, but it's okay. Let's take a look at the next one. Julián Castro. He was the mayor of San Antonio and the Housing and Urban Development Secretary during the late half of the Obama administration. Now we look at his campaign logo. It's all tones of blue. It's long. We got this little accent over the A reminding everyone, yep, he's of Hispanic origin, we'll say. And I think he's done, it's been a wise move to sort of make Castro kind of small. People still, they think Fidel Castro or Raul Castro when they hear Castro, so maybe a good idea to make it small, maybe even a better idea to take it out altogether, but he suffers from such abysmally low name recognition that if you just say Julian, no one is going to know who this guy is. Now, it doesn't say 2020 here, it doesn't say for president, it's just his name, which I don't really like. It's nothing very inspiring or special about this. The J is kind of weird. I don't really like this one. Let's give it a C+. Let's take a look now at Kamala Harris. She was the San Francisco District Attorney and the California Attorney General for a long time, and has been recently now a senator from California. Kamala Harris for the people. Oh, what a nice slogan. And I like the colors here. It is sort of red, white, and sort of blue, but to me it's honestly a little more, this looks more like purple to me, and this looks more like orange. It's kind of got a funky vibe. It definitely reminds me 1970s style. I think she said, or somebody in her campaign said, that the font and colors were meant to evoke the campaign design of Shirley Chisholm, the first African-American candidate to run in a major party, I think. So that's sort of an homage to the past. I really like this. I like the font. I think it's fun. I think it's kind of bouncy and retro, and it's stylish. I like that it has her name in one color, for the people in the other. It's got her first name, her last name, everything's all caps. I really like this one. It's not too long, it's not too tall. It's got a good style to it. I think it's one of the best ones right now, and I'm happy to give it an A-. Let's take a look at the next one. Marianne Williamson. Well, who are you? She is an author, humanitarian, peace activist, environmental justice activist, sort of a self-help guru for, I guess, middle-aged women. I think she got started with Oprah. Anyway, let's take a look at the campaign logo. That's what we really care about. Marianne 2020. Well, at 2020, it's kind of cute. It's pink. It's very small. It's sort of it's not spelt out long way, 20 and then on top of 20. But it's so long. Marianne, compared the length to depth or to height ratio, it's almost uncomfortable. Your eyes can't focus on the whole thing at once. You look at this at Kamala Harris, you can see the whole thing sort of at once. You look at Marianne, your eyes have to scan all the way across. The colors, nothing special. Not really a big fan of this one, but let's give it a B-. Let's take a look at the next one. Cory Booker, the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, and now a senator from New Jersey. Cory 2020. Wow, it's bold. It catches your eye. This design really grabs your attention, or at least it grabs mine. We got red, we got white, we got blue, we got black. Wow, the contrasts. I think it's great. It looks just like a bumper sticker, to be honest. I don't know, just nothing more to say about it, I think, than that. It helps maybe that it has its first name. We all know who Cory Booker is, but we might not all know how to spell Cory, so he sort of tells us that in the design. Anyway, I think it's nice, so let's give it an A-. Let's take a look. Who's next? Elizabeth Warren, longtime law professor, helped start the Financial Protection Bureau, Massachusetts senator, my home state. Let's take a look at her design. Well, I gotta say, there's a lot of things I don't like about this. For one, the color. Oh, sorry. Next, I think it's just a bad idea to have war be the first part of a campaign logo. The first thing you read before you get to Wren, it's Warren. Okay, well, we all know who Elizabeth Warren is. Maybe she doesn't have to write her first name, but maybe just saying war right at the beginning in this bold, dark font, I think it's not good. The underline, I don't know what the point of that is. There's no Warren for president, no Warren 2020. I don't know. It's just not good. Sorry, Liz. Let's give it a C. Who's next? Oh, Amy Klobuchar, Minnesota politician and senator for a long time now from Minnesota. Let's look at her logo. Amy for America. Well, this is a delightful green, I must say. And this little curve at the end of the Y makes it look like a leaf. Oh, that's so cute. So I just like this. I like this color. The font, it's not great, but the color is beautiful. And then here, for in a dark blue. That's nice. And then America. All nice. Blue, all caps. It's quite nice. I think maybe people don't know who Amy is at this point. But it's quite good, I think. Let me know what you think of this design. I'm going to give it an A-. Let's take a look now at Bernie Sanders, the almost Democratic nominee in 2016. Hasn't changed his campaign logo from last time. I think it's the exact same. Now, on some level, this is nice. It sort of draws a continuation between 2016, where a lot of people thought he was sort of cheated out of the nomination. And it sort of, brings his supporters back to the same motifs, the same images, and he can reuse the same campaign material. So I think that was, in that way, a smart move. But also, I would like to see it maybe a little tweak, a little update to show that, maybe he's learned something from the last campaign. Reuse the same logo. It makes it seem like you're not changing anything from last time. And I think if the last campaign taught us something, maybe he didn't need to change anything, but his campaign was imperfect. Otherwise, he would be the nominee and maybe president. I like this style, though. I love this little R. It's curvy. It's friendly. The star over the eye gives it some personality. We got red, white, blue. Beautiful. It looks almost like toothpaste. It's a nice campaign logo. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's not perfect. It ain't perfect. I'll give it A-, though. Still a classic. Let's take a look at Jay Inslee. He is the current Washington governor, or maybe I think he is still currently governor from Washington, and was a U.S. rep from Washington before that. Let's take a look at his campaign logo. It sort of looks like a yard sign. It really resembles to me like a cheap corporate logo. Inslee, Our moment. Well, who are you? I don't know who he is. J, maybe put his first name, J, maybe write for president 2020 or something. This hour is a nice touch. All right, we're in this together. It's our moment. Maybe our movement would be better. He's an environmentalist, so this is some sort of foggy rendition of Earth, I assume. Green, ocean, blue, and maybe clouds. But I don't like it. I'm sorry. Maybe you like it, and it's just my personal opinion and my design preferences, but I think it's terrible. I think it looks like a company logo. F. Sorry, Jay. Let's take a look at John Hickenlooper. He was the mayor of Denver and the governor of Colorado. So, being from Colorado, it's a good motif to throw in these mountains here, remind everyone about what your state is famous for. One of the things, anyway. The color scheme is very weird. I can't imagine this flying in the general election, to be honest. This colors compared to Trump's red, white, and blue. We have a barely white, and then this weird purple. Nothing to do with Denver or Colorado or anything. And then a very light blue. I don't like this. C. Let's take a look at Beto O'Rourke. Wow. He was a famous rep from Texas, lost against Ted Cruz in a very close race a little while back, 2018. And here's his campaign logo. It's all black, just like Tulsi's. And it's quite bold. It's all caps. Beto for America. It's not bad. Got these lines. I like these lines. They sort of frame for America. And then here, everyone knows who Beto is. If you just say Beto, there's only one Beto O'Rourke. It's nice. It's all black, though. I think maybe a little bit of color could have brought this thing alive. Maybe color up for America or something. So, but it catches my attention, and it's a good size. Let's give it a B+. All right, who's next? Kirsten Gillibrand. Not Kristen Gillibrand, but Kirsten Gillibrand. She was a private defense lawyer, became U.S. rep for New York, and then senator. And here is her campaign logo. It looks sort of bumper sticker ready. Something about this is just, for me, it's almost hard to look at. This bright pink. It reminds me almost like, it's like neon rave like a color run. I don't know what's going on here. The colors are kind of offensive to my eyes. I'm sorry. But it does stand out very well. I'll say that. But I don't know. I can't look at it for a while. I have to look away on a computer screen. It's too bright. C. Next. Wayne Messam. Who? He is the mayor of Miramar, Florida. And he is a real candidate, so let's take him seriously. And let's take his design seriously. Wayne for America. Well, a lot of people are saying blank for America. All right. Colors, we got red, we got white, we got blue. The blue is kind of gradient. I don't know if I like that or not. Sort of, I don't know. It just seems kind of corporate to me. But Wayne who? Nobody knows who you are. Maybe you should write Wayne Messam for America. But maybe not a good idea to have mess in a campaign. A mess for America. I don't know. People don't know who he is, so someone just says Wayne for America. I think Bruce Wayne or something. I don't know. It's not special. In fact, it's very unspecial. I give it a C. Who's up next? Tim Ryan. Well, quite bright colors here. Looks like a bumper sticker. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I've just seen so many campaign logos at this point that, what does one more mean to me? B-. Next. Mike Gravel. Well, who is this guy? He was a senator for Alaska for a little while, and he ran for president a few times unsuccessfully. He's 89 years old, and he doesn't plan on winning. He wants to drop out and endorse somebody who aligns with his foreign policy. So I guess he's not that serious of a candidate. Let's take a look at his campaign logo seriously, though. Gravel 2020. Well, okay. We get, again, another candidate going with this kind of off red, off blue, almost off black colors. I would prefer them. They just go classic. Give me a pure red. Give me a solid blue. What is this thing though? I don't know. This kind of annoys me, to be honest. It's sort of a sticking point. What is this? A flag? A medal? An emblem? I don't know. If it's a flag, why does it only have 4 white stripes? I don't know. I'm sort of fixated on this. I want to look to the rest of it. The font is nice. This V is kind of weird. It curves up here instead of being hard. But what is this? I don't know. I can't get past it, to be honest. I'm going to give it a C+. Who's up next, Mike? Eric Swalwell. He is a U.S. rep from California and was involved in city politics in Dublin, California before that. Let's take a look at his logo. This is exactly the color scheme that I'm talking about. It's classic. Red, white, blue, flag motifs. Beautiful. It says, well. People like seeing well. It's like his name is almost like Eric Swalwell. Eric Swalwell. It's Swalwell. Sorry. I like it. It's bold. It's beautiful. It's colorful. It's traditional. I think it's probably the best one of all the campaign logos so far, but maybe that's my Americanness bleeding through. I'm gonna give it A-, close to an A, but I don't know what he could have done better. But there are better designs possible. Well done, Eric. Okay, let's look at Pete Buttigieg. He is the mayor of South Bend, Indiana, and was a veteran of the Navy Reserve, served in Afghanistan, Rhodes Scholar, Harvard grad. But he put all of his famed intelligence into designing a good campaign logo? Apparently not. This looks like a college sports stadium, to be honest. Like it's a tie. 20 points on one team, 20 points on another. It very much resembles sports stadium to me. I don't like it. I think maybe the colors just kind of boring. I don't like this one at all. But I have seen worse, so we'll give it a D+. Sorry, Pete. All right, Seth Moulton. He's a Massachusetts rep and is a Marine Corps veteran, served in Iraq. Very extensive military history as well. Let's take a look at his campaign logo. Seth Moulton 2020. Sort of looks like a yard sign. Colors, we got blue and off blue, red, white. Okay, classic colors. I don't know what it's supposed to be. A star, I assume, but it looks like it's pointing off in the wrong direction. Almost like it's like a star, but also a compass. This little design here, it indicates direction, but also these other colors, to me, they indicate that maybe we're not sure about the direction, or at least we're acknowledging other directions are possible, which could be good, but I think it sort of confuses it. 2020, okay, maybe I don't like that they're kind of separated here, but yeah, fine. Seth, though, it's quite long, it's quite tall. Maybe we could squish this down a little bit from the top here, maybe squish it down, make it more like a square. Easier to upload to Instagram anyway. I can't get past it. Please squish this lettering down. It's overstretched. So sorry. Let's give it a C, and that's generous. Who's up next? Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Everyone knows who he is, so let's jump right into the design. Joe Biden, also considered one of the front runners of this race. Now, Biden. Red, white, blue. Exactly what you want. The right colors, too, I'm sure he's got a big campaign behind him. They tell him these are the colors that hit well with Americans. Wow, it's all caps, but what the hell is going on with this E? It almost looks like bid N, president. It really doesn't look like an E at this point. But I think you can see he's drawing some clear parallels to the Obama logo. We have these horizontal, although these are slightly curved, red lines with white in between. I think he's definitely trying to draw a link between him and Obama. Even the colors of Obama, that was a pretty successful campaign logo. I don't think I would give it more than a B, but definitely I think they're drawing a parallel there. And even you can see this kind of curve here on the E sort of resembles the curve on the edge of the Obama O. Now I think he's also trying to make a link to Hillary Clinton's logo, Oh Biden. We look at the color scheme, it's basically the exact same. Even the lettering, it's very, very similar. It wouldn't surprise me terribly if they were using the same font, Biden and Hillary. I don't think Hillary's was a very good campaign logo. It always reminded me of the hospital H, which is not something I want to think of when I'm voting for president, someone associated with the hospital. Anyway, that's beside the point. We go back to Joe Biden's. What do you think about this one? Let me know in the comments. I'm not a big fan of this one. I'm not prepared to give it more than a C+. Sorry, it's kind of formulaic. It hits the color scheme right, but what the hell's going on with this E? All right, who are you? Michael Bennet. He is a Colorado senator. Wow, he's been there for a long time. We should know who he is, but I can't say I've heard of him many times before. Also a school superintendent for Denver and other stuff. All right, let's take a look at his logo. It is red-ish, sort of like a pink, white, blue. Nice. Bennet tells us how to spell his name. That's good, but is that his first name? Is that his last name? People don't know who you are. Maybe you should write Michael Bennet for America instead. A friendly little curve here. That's okay. I don't know. It's just, what makes this special? We've looked at, I don't know, about 20 campaign logos so far, more than, and this doesn't stand out to me. It's not going to stand out to voters, I think. And a good campaign logo is the backbone of a good campaign. Let's give it a C+. Who's next? Steve Bullock, Montana Attorney General and current Montana Governor. I like this Bullock logo. All caps. Sort of reminds me of Bollocks, but Bullock. Bull. That's a nice, strong Montana word. Throw in right at the beginning. It's part of his name, of course. Bullock 2020. I like this red, white, and blue. Reminds me again of toothpaste. Slightly different color for the 2020 as Bullock. I like this lettering. It's big. It's strong. It's all caps. Powerful. It's long. I like this. Let's give it A-. Well done. All right. Our last Democratic candidate, the most recent to join the race. By the time that you're watching this, I'm sure there will be more candidates who have joined and probably many who have left if you're watching this far, far in the future. Bill de Blasio. Let's take a look at his campaign logo. He's the mayor of New York right now. Honestly, it's terrible. It looks like a cheap yard sign. I don't know what he's going for with these colors. I guess we have sky in blue and grass and in green. That's okay. But, we have his name twice, de Blasio 2020, BillDeBlasio.com. It's the only campaign logo that has a website in it, so that's unique, I guess. And it's still quite early in his campaign, only a few days after he announced. It's possible he changes this logo and improves it. I hope he does, because this is frankly quite terrible. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't do it for me at all. I don't like it. I'm going to give it a F. You fail. Who's next? Oh, okay, so we're done with the Democrats, that's right. And now we're going to take a look at Donald Trump, the reigning champion and the obvious frontrunner for the Republican nomination in 2020. That is, if he does actually run. He says he's running, but we'll see. He is, of course, the president, businessman. Everyone knows who he is. Let's jump right into the logo. He has not changed his logo, to my knowledge, from last time around. We got red, we got white, we got blue. He's keeping Mike Pence, Trump, Pence, all caps. Trump on top of Pence, Trump bigger than Pence, just like Pence likes. Now, It won the first. He won the first time, so the logo was doing something right. It's obvious. It's got his campaign slogan on it, and it doesn't look too small. It doesn't look too big for the lettering. We can read "Make America Great Again." I don't know if any of the candidates had their campaign slogan on had their motto on their logo, their slogan on their logo, and I think Trump pulls it off here. The stars, a nice touch. It's got a nice little border around it. It's a good logo. I don't know if I care about this 45. He's the 45th president. Okay, do we care what number president he is? He's not 45 years old. I don't really like this 45, but the rest of it, honestly, it is nice. This font, a little weird. What's going on with the C? Not a very good C. But yeah, it's a strong campaign logo. Let's give it A-. All right, now let's take a look at Trump's only semi-credible Republican challenger, Bill Weld, the former governor of Massachusetts, my home state, and the Libertarian vice presidential candidate in 2016. He is back to being a Republican, and let's take a look at his campaign logo. What do you think about this one? Ooh, what do I think? Not much. Got the color scheme right. Strong colors. A deep red, deep blue. Weld 2020. I don't know. It's so boring. Maybe I'm just tired of looking at them, but it's boring. It's cheap. It looks like something a 11th grader made, for homework. I just don't like it. And maybe you can explain why you don't like it in the comments, or why you think it's great. I don't like it at all. I think it's just boring. And you're going to need something, different if you're going to try and compete with the president. So I'd give it a D+. And let's take a look at the last one. Howie Hawkins. I don't know how seriously we should take him. He is a perennial Green Party candidate, usually in the state of New York, and an environmental and peace activist, like pretty much all Green Party candidates are. Let's take a look at his logo. I had to blow it up a little bit, so we lost some of the definition on the image, but I think you get the picture. H20, or H2O. So he's got, Howie 2020. Okay. We do abbreviate our years sometimes. We got the apostrophe and then the last two numbers, H20. Also H2O. It's water. He's a Green Party candidate, cares about the environment. Okay, I don't know if we should be thinking of water when we're voting for president, although I do think that water wars are going to be a problem, as drought and climate change basically, destroy much of the farmable, arable land in the world. But I digress. Anyway, Howie Hawkins, Green for president. Okay, it's got his whole name. That's nice. Tells us his party, because who is this guy? Yeah, he's the Green Party candidate running for president. Okay, we got the two different color schemes. That's fine. But I just think maybe the biggest part of your campaign logo shouldn't be this sort of obscure H2O, H20 reference. It's it's kind of a cute font, but it doesn't really do it for me. So let's give it a C. Sorry, Howie. All right, now let's take a look here. We're going back to the image of all the campaign logos here. Do any of these stand out from the rest of them for you? Which of these catch your eye? Are there any of them really special for you? Which one do you think is the worst? Which one do you think is the best? Feel free to take a screenshot, upload this, and ask some more people. It's a great collection of all the campaign logos. I don't think any other website has them all in one place like this. I ripped all of these from Wikipedia, put them on this PowerPoint slide. So let's take a look again. If you have any last minute thoughts about any of these, please let me know in the comments, guys. I'm just one guy with his opinions. Maybe you think a different candidate has a better campaign logo than me. I think the best one, Eric Swalwell. Also good ones, though. I think Kamala's was quite good. Amy's, Bernie's, Bullock I like. So anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Find the links below. And that's all I got. Peace.